What's going on? Gary Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550. KFYI in Phoenix, KNST, AM 790 in Tucson on the free iHeartRadio app. And, of course, on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel, where if you're watching, you could watch, you could listen, you could join the chat, you could do all kinds of stuff, Well, I find this to be a bit rich, okay? Once again, we have, if you didn't see the video, and it was a hell of a video, and I played a lot of it yesterday, of KK Katie Hobbs at Buc-ee's. And, who? Can you not get enough of KK Katie Hobbs at Buc-ee's when she got booed? It was phenomenal, right? It just, again, if you missed it, because I have more, okay? But just
Governor
this is
Katie
good,
Hobbs.
yeah. At Buc-ee's. Yes. Boo. And then her staff. Good morning. And then her say, okay, I've had enough of you. So it continues. And I honestly, I don't know. I didn't go to Andy Biggs' Twitter. I want Andy Biggs to win. You have no idea. I want that guy to win. I think he'll be an amazing governor and everything. And I don't know if they crush KK Katie Hobbs like they should. They don't. We know this. You know this. But I hope he wins. I really hope he wins. I like Andy. I think he's a nice human being, and I think he'll be a great governor. He's a brilliant guy. It's going to be fantastic. And then I see this. Like, there's just more. It's like every day she's just kind of doing stupid stuff. So you know that KK Katie Hobbs is being investigated. She's refusing to sit down to answer questions that would be ridiculous softball questions from Attorney General Chris Mays. But there's a pay-to-play scandal. And allegedly it's being investigated, so we're told, by the Attorney General. And it's because you have this Sunshine Residential. They offer homes and beds to teens and children if DCS takes them out of their home. And they said, we want more money from the state to do this. We want it. And then they magically gave KK Katie Hobbs $100,000 to her inauguration fund and $300,000 to the Democrats in the state of Arizona. And magically, they became the only contractor to get a raise in their rates. It screams pay-to-play scandal. And this is where the Republicans, they don't go hard enough at Katie Hobbs. Where there was a bill, it was written by Republican State Senator T.J. Shope. Very simple. Any company that bids on state contracts, they would be required to tell the state if they've made any donations to the governor, any campaign committees, any inaugural funds, any entity. It says here that advocates for the election of the governor or for the defeat of an electoral opponent of the governor. So basically, if you have given any money in any way that impacts a governor, directly or indirectly, you have to let us know if you are trying to get a state contract. Okay? And that would have been not just the company, but it's the officers, it's directors, family members. Go back 5 years, right? Really in depth. KK Katie Hobbs vetoed that bill. Can you scream guilty? Like, tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. Is it possible you could do that? Tell me you're guilty, please. Holy smokes. Katie Hobbs vetoed it and called it a political stunt. A what? So this is supposedly, by the way, being investigated by Chris Mays, by the Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing's ever happened. Katie Hobbs wrote in her veto message, this proposal is a political stunt that applies only to one elected official. What we really need is real transparency and accountability for all elected officials, campaigns, and affiliated political committees. I would have hoped there would have been, I guess the session's over, right? But don't you think she should face some heat over this? Don't you think that should happen? Should my phone have rung from Andy Biggs, his campaign people? Garrett, I can't wait to go on your show and expose Katie Hobbs for such corruption and all this stuff. I mean, I could do it myself, right? I could do it myself. And I am. I don't want Katie Hobbs to be the governor again. You kidding me? So, she vetoed this bill that would have called for transparency. You want to donate to a governor, to a political action committee, to any, if you're getting a state, you're bidding for a state contract, you have to disclose all the donations you have given that impact the governor, the governor's race, the political opponent of the governor. You have to do that. It's not who's against that? Apparently, Katie Hobbs is against that. That's really what
Governor
it is.
Katie Hobbs.
Yes. It's so ridiculous. I told you yesterday about how she vetoed bills. Man, there were just so many of them. Vetoed bills that protected illegal immigrants. She vetoed a bill that would have made it illegal in Arizona for an illegal immigrant to basically drive an 18-wheeler. Of course you shouldn't be in charge of those giant killing machines. She vetoed that. She's protecting illegals. All this stuff, she's protecting her own corruption. Holy smokes. So, TJ Shope's response was, Katie Hobbs is playing politics. Oh, boy. White noise, right? Just right over the head. This is what we're dealing with. I mean, Sunshine Residential gave $100,000 to her inaugural fund in 2023. This happened right away. And then Sunshine is owned by a businessman named Simon Couture. He gave $300,000 to the Arizona Democratic Party. And next thing you know, they got, again, the raise in the rates in their contract. Only one that was doing it. Only one that was doing it. Thank you for the donation. Now you get taxpayer money paying you more. Is that, I mean, come on. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. So we'll talk about that more because there is more to this. But you could also hit me up on the free iHeartRadio app. But you can talk back to me. You could tap the red mic and you have up to 30 seconds to say what's on your mind. Now, I believe I did see Andy Biggs on his X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I think he wrote something about it. But, yeah, okay. Shocking and unacceptable. We need a governor who will protect women and children, not veto bill. Okay, no, that's not. That's the child revenge porn thing. Oh, boy. I think he wrote something about it. But it's not the most impactful, right? Oh, yeah. Katie Hobbs, the only governor in America currently under criminal investigation, has again vetoed a transparency bill. I've laid out my ethics and transparency platform that cracks down on corruption and will get this bill from TJ Shope signed into law. That's it. That's it. I like Andy a lot, but there's got to be more. And I have every right to demand that, and so do you. So do you. Holy smokes. I do have much more to talk about this, and I will do it after. Yesterday, I told you about Fauci and how the director of national intelligence, still a couple days ago, Tulsi Gabbard, dropped a giant bomb on Fauci's head, exposing him for lying to Congress, funding the Wuhan clinic that produced the COVID strain, like all this stuff. And we're like, is anything going to happen? Well, something started, and I will tell you about it coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
from the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
On the 10 Papago Freeway westbound, right near 75th Avenue, we have a crash. This one is off to the left. To the 101, the Pima Freeway. On the southbound side, we have a crash near Via de Ventura. It's off to the right. And on the westbound side, we have a crash near 7th Avenue. This one, again, off to the right. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip for me, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers. Summer's a great time to get a new Toyota. Get a great deal on a new Camry, Corolla, Tundra, or Tacoma, and you're sure to love the all-new RAV4. Visit any one of the 10 Valley Toyota dealers or valleytoyotadealers.com today.
AI is taking over the internet. Made up facts, technology thinking for you. Startpage is the private search engine that still finds what you need without the noise. Try Startpage at startpage.com. That's startpage.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or even get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's James T. Harris, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing every single day. They're not bracing for the next jolt of pain anymore. They've moved on, back to living life again. You've heard me talk about the incredible team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have experienced their game-changing regenerative treatments for yourselves. Treatments done right in the office, no surgery, no long recovery, no missing work for months. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off, and we love hearing your stories, how you finally dug out from under that long list of I can'ts and got back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. The consultation is totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Call QC Kinetics now with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Phoenix, do you want to enjoy your summer or do you want to paint year after year? Do what your neighbors did. They called Rhino Shield.
Looked at what it was costing me to have my house painted and realized that while it cost more initially for Rhino Shield, over the life of the product, it's a lot less.
Rhino Shield's not paint, it's a ceramic coating that's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
We chose Rhino Shield because of the durability of the product. Paints are mostly water. Less water gives you a more resilient product.
The warranty, 25 years, is something that I just don't think you can beat.
We're very excited that we don't ever have to paint again.
Great news, Phoenix. You can now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
Really would like to say thank you to their entire staff. Everybody all did exactly what they said they were going to do, exactly the way I wanted it done.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You know that pile of clothes you've been meaning to deal with? Yeah, same. That's why I love Trashy. It's the easiest way to clean out your closet, send your clothes somewhere better, and actually get rewarded for it. No more letting things sit around or wondering what to do with them. You just fill up a take-back bag with clothes you don't wear anymore. Send it in, and Trashy takes care of the rest, keeping it out of landfills and giving it a second life. It's such a simple way to feel good about clearing space and doing something better for the planet. And here's the best part. You earn cash rewards back for every bag you send, which makes it even easier to stay consistent. You can check it out at trashy.io. Plus, with Trashy Unlimited, you can get unlimited bags for just $48 your first year. An easy at-home cleanout system so you can stay on top of it all year long. Clean out, donate, earn rewards. Head to trashy.io to get started today.
You don't have to deal with 800 numbers and mail order nightmares. Buy and sell gold and silver the way it should be, in person, face to face. Republic Monetary Exchange on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of Life Source Water. Arizona's desert water is some of the harshest in the country. It's tough on your skin, your hair, and your home. Some people turn to old-fashioned softeners, but there's a better way. With Life Source, you get clean, conditioned, and healthy water from every tap without salt. It's our summer sale. Save up to $1,000 when we pay your sales tax. Hurry, offer ends July 4th. Call our factory at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com.
Warranty limitations apply.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? One lucky Perks Pass community member could win airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at PerksPass.com. Then help shape what's next in the Perks Pass community. PerksPass.com. Enter today.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning, high 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night, low 89. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Viome. A cabinet full of supplements, your body might not need half of them. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create personalized probiotics and nutrition plan based on your biology. Real science, real answers, real personalization. Check out Viome.com. Use code RADIO today.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
The Conservative Circus with James T. Harris. Tomorrow morning, 6 to 10 on 550 KFYI on FM and 95.5 HD2.
Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson on the free iHeart Radio app. There are 3 things that I think you need to know. Number 1, Katie Hobbs vetoes a bill that would have made it called for transparency for her pay-to-play scandal she's being investigated upon. She vetoed a bill that would have stopped, well, I guess, the pay-to-play scandal from happening. Again, she vetoed this bill that would have said if you donate money to a governor, you have to identify, or if you're going for a contract, you're bidding for a contract with the state of Arizona, you have to disclose all of the donations you gave to a governor, a PAC, a this, or that, to show if there's any connection, because you want a state contract. She vetoed that, called it a political stunt. Holy smokes. Second thing that I think you need to know, a Biden-appointed judge has stopped President Trump's administration from removing foreigners off voter rolls, claiming, she basically did it to make sure that the Democrats can continue to cheat. Let's just face it, okay? Third thing I think you need to know, the Pinal County attorney, Brad Miller, put out a statement saying his office investigated this whole situation with Mark Lamb, and they say he did not abuse his power. That's a big deal. All the stories about Mark Lamb, everything. And he said, nope, he did not abuse his power. 3 things. In his threats to women that threatened to release pictures, whatever. No, he said didn't do it. 3 things I think you need to know. So Tulsi Gabbard was on fire, right? She was on absolute fire yesterday, or I played it for you yesterday, where she's like, I'm releasing hundreds of emails and documents that show that Fauci lied to Congress when he was testifying. He lied to Congress. I mean, if you missed it, this is part of it.
Now, these documents expose Fauci's direct role in influencing and manipulating IC assessments on
intelligence
COVID-19
community,
and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research.
There you go. So apparently Rand Paul, who is he chairs the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee, he asked Anthony Fauci to voluntarily testify. Come before the Senate Homeland Security Committee. Do it next month. We want to ask you some questions. Can you do it? Fauci said no. He backed out of an agreement, an agreement to voluntarily testify. He already said he would, then he backed out. So Senator Rand Paul announced that he is issuing a subpoena that will force Anthony Fauci to appear publicly before that Senate Homeland Security Committee. And I mean, look, Rand Paul, I disagree with him sometimes, and that's okay. But he has been all about getting Fauci because we all know what Fauci did. Okay? This could be one of the greatest of all time. I'm glad and I'm thankful that Rand Paul has not given up on this because too many members of Congress have. Okay? He did so much damage during the China virus scam. We know this. So we'll see. I mean, look, the subpoenas, you've seen people say no. If Fauci says no, I hope they throw his 8,000-year-old butt in prison. Throw him in jail, just like they did Steve Bannon. Just like they did Peter Navarro. It's time for that to happen. Fauci needs to answer questions. Fauci used so much of our money to fund the China virus scam. He did it. 1,000% he did it. It was brought up by Tulsi Gabbard, if you missed it. Okay? It's a big deal.
Before the COVID pandemic, Dr. Fauci, as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic.
Yep, he has a lot of questions to answer, doesn't he? He's going to have to show up. This would be an incredible back and forth. Now, I know that he has the auto pen pardon. I talked about it yesterday about how his attorneys begged the White House on January 20th before the transfer of power. They were emailing Biden's White House. Are we getting the pardon? Are we getting the pardon? And we learned from Ed Martin, who is President Trump's pardon attorney, he's in charge of that for the Trump administration, that the only pardon that was used with an actual pen, like wet ink, was Hunter Biden's pardon around Thanksgiving time in 2024. Everything else was auto pen. How about them apples? So anyway, Senator Rand Paul did say, yes, Anthony Fauci notified us last week he will not voluntarily testify before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, even though he had previously agreed to do so. Therefore, I have issued a subpoena requiring him to testify before the committee in public next month. I don't know what else is going to happen. I really don't, but I'm hoping it's really good. Okay? I'm hoping it's really good. Rand Paul just put on X a few minutes ago. I do not care how powerful you are. If you lied to Congress and helped cover up the origins of a pandemic, you will answer for it. Dr. Fauci is no exception. Fauci's agency sent your money to a lab in Wuhan. They did risky experiments and they buried the evidence. This is exactly why I keep fighting for transparency on overseas biolabs. So, and Senator Rand Paul, really quick, also tweeted out, don't forget what Dr. Fauci said when he testified about gain-of-function research in 2021. He said, quote, Senator Paul, with all due respect, you are entirely and completely incorrect that the National Institutes of Health has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. He lied, and he's now caught. And I think it's fantastic. So hopefully we could see some real fireworks. And I want to see people in cuffs. And I want to see him perp walked. I want to get all that stuff. I'm getting talkbacks about this, about Biggs and everything. I'll get to it all, as well as, you know, the Nazi running for Senate. He's a Democrat, right? He's got the Nazi tattoo, which makes him a Nazi. You don't get a Nazi tattoo unless you're a Nazi. You're an idiot otherwise. So, Graham Plattner just got an endorsement. You have to hear who it's from. I have it for you. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So when it comes to your money, because everything is up, down, the news changes every day, you got to make sure that you are managed well. Sun Valley Wealth. Call them today at 480-CONSULT. If you have not been in touch with your current financial advisor, they're not telling you what's going on day to day, talk to Sun Valley Wealth. Get a free consultation with Logan and Don at Sun Valley Wealth. They are always in contact with their clients about this because you want to feel confident, right? You want to make sure that if you are retired, you can stay retired. You want to make sure that if you're working to get there, there's a great plan. Do you have a retirement income plan? Do you have a strategy to make sure that you don't pay more to the IRS than you have to? Sun Valley Wealth can show you everything. Get a free consultation with them so you can be more confident and sleep like a baby. Call 480-CONSULT, 480-CONSULT, and go to sunvalleywealth.com. Advisory services offered through Sun Valley Advisory, LLC, a registered investment advisor of the state of Arizona. Paid advertisement.
President Trump has warned Iran once again against obtaining a nuclear weapon as negotiations continue between the two countries. Arriving in Pennsylvania this afternoon, Trump telling reporters, you want to see trouble? Let them have a nuclear weapon. Meanwhile, the Senate has passed the War Powers Resolution on Iran, marking the first time both chambers of Congress approved such a measure. The Senate approved the House-passed resolution, which seeks to end the conflict without Congress declaring war or authorizing the use of military force. The passage is mostly symbolic. Lucid is set to cut around 18% of its workforce. That's according to a filing with the SEC, with the electric vehicle maker saying the move will save the company nearly $160 million. About 700 of those layoffs will come from the plant in Casa Grande. A former Valley firefighter is headed to prison for 35 years after pleading guilty to numerous felony charges involving child sexual abuse. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says 42-year-old Nicholas Cruz admitted to abusing multiple underage victims over the course of several years. This edition of The Download is brought to you by Fix It Frankie. My Frankie can fix anything. FixItFrankie.com. Now a check on traffic.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
If you're traveling on the 347 John Wayne Parkway on the southbound side, as you approach those 10 transition ramps, you'll start to see some of that stop-and-go traffic. Always a rough ride on that stretch. We have on the southbound side, approaching Riggs, a vehicle fire. That left lane is blocked, so expect about 12-13 minutes to pass this one. On the 10 Papago Freeway westbound near 43rd Avenue, watch for a crash. That HOV lane is blocked. Stop-and-go traffic from 19th Avenue. I'm Carol in Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, dedicated to offering solutions to help businesses meet their goals locally and globally. More at bankofamerica.com/gamechangers. That's bankofamerica.com/gamechangers.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
Sponsored by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Happy birthday, America. It's Kevin Rowe from Lerner & Rowe, and we're giving you a shot at even more money to discover America. Go to KFYI.com now and register to win $2,500 from Lerner & Rowe. Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Dial 977-1900.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SHELTER to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SHELTER to 989898 today.
Hey, it's Glenn Beck. Phoenix, Advanced Window Products are celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. 40 years of building high-quality windows and installing them directly for you, the homeowner. 40 years is a long time, and I think it shows how a family-run business can outflank the big guys by offering great service and great windows. If your windows are leaking air, discolored, or fogging between the panes, this is the time to replace them. Advanced Window Products. They build the windows, they install the windows, and they guarantee them for life. There's no middleman or no markups. And most homes are finished in just one day. And getting them installed now means you're going to be ready for the Arizona heat when it kicks in. Check out Advanced Window Products, their New Year, New Windows offer, and get up to $2,500 off when you purchase 10 windows or more. Financing is available. The warranty is transferable. Call them now, 480-790-8030. That's 480-790-8030. Or visit advancedwindows.com.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, what sort of noise is your air conditioner making? You say it sounds like a cross between a glockenspiel and a what? A sousaphone? Well, my Frankie can fix that. How long has it been making? About 75 verses. Okay, well, I'll send someone over right away. No, he's not an orchestra conductor. Well, you'll have to provide your own tuxedo, sir. Bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call at 855-4-U-RHINO. Call now and receive 10% off the regular price. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
For your 10% off, call now. 855-4-U-RHINO. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Portugal star Cristiano Ronaldo makes history as he becomes the only man to score in 6 different World Cups. Ronaldo scored twice to lead Portugal to the 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. Meanwhile, Ghana frustrates England.
They hold England, one of the tournament favorites, to a scoreless draw.
England outshot Ghana 19-1.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app. 50 KFYI. Because real news deserves real voices. Guaranteed human.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me. 550 KFYI in Phoenix. KNST AM 790 at Tucson on the free iHeartRadio app as well. So glad that you are hanging out with me. Now, I'm going to get to some talkbacks about Fauci. I'll get to all that stuff. But Graham Plattner, right? The Democrats, they when did it become acceptable for Democrats to run on the hatred of Jews and Israel? Because that's what they're doing. Right after the 5 o'clock news, you have to hear. Did you hear about the New York Democrat congressman, Dan Goldman, who was banned from a coffee shop for supporting Israel? New York City. Not only was it, I'll tell you why. I mean, they gave him a statement. His reaction to it is everything you need to know about the Democrat Party. That's after the 5 o'clock news. You want to be right here. Always stick with me. It's always fun. You have so many ways to listen. Now, Graham Plattner was at an event, some campaign event, where he announced he has been, this is perfect, he has been endorsed by Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood would say they fight for women all the time. They endorsed not only a guy with a Nazi tattoo, a guy that is accused of getting physical, violent with girlfriends, with women. Oh my, okay, Planned Parenthood put out a statement. Graham Plattner will be a champion for sexual and reproductive health care and rights, including keeping politicians out of people's personal medical decisions and protecting patients' access to essential reproductive care, including birth control, cancer screenings, IVF, and abortion care. Abortion care, don't you love that? Abortion care. He's going to champion women. He's going to stand up for women's rights. Again, you had ex-girlfriends come out publicly talking about how he got physical with them. Ex-girlfriend Lindsay Fifield told the New York Times that he is the most toxic, literally abusive man on earth who destroyed my life, end quote. And that's who Planned Parenthood said, perfect for us. Perfect. So, I mean, it's not just that the Democrats are endorsing a Nazi. They're supporting a Nazi who has said women enjoy rape and black people. He did stereotypes, got racist with about black people when he's on Reddit, all this stuff. The Democrats are supporting a guy with a Nazi tattoo who, in my mind, is a Nazi because they want power. And now Planned Parenthood is supporting a guy that has been publicly accused of allegedly getting physical with women. I thought Democrats cared about women. Nope, not now. Not now. And then leave it to Graham Plattner. I mean, this guy. Graham Plattner talks about why he's excited about Planned Parenthood endorsing him.
I will also say that many of my female friends and my wife throughout their lives have received some form of that same kind of support from Planned Parenthood. I have friends who even today get primary care through Planned Parenthood. I myself, at a younger age, received
Listen. Listen.
I got STI checks. At the Portland Planned Parenthood. And it's not an embarrassing thing, it's a smart thing to do, especially when you're younger.
Oh my God. So now we have the Nazi guy getting up there admitting, I got STD checks. STI, infections, diseases, what the hell's the difference? When did STI become the official thing, by the way, for this? I always thought it was STDs. So this guy's like, I'd go there. And then the women are like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. He got STI checks or STD checks. What? This is okay? This is who the Democrats are supporting. This is the best they can do. They have really fallen. And again, all it should do is if Democratic voters are paying at least a little bit of attention, I mean, they should probably get the hell out of Dodge, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they leave that party? Like, all I can tell you, if the Republicans were supporting a person with a Nazi tattoo and all this stuff, I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I see eye to eye with them anymore. I want no part of that. But Democratic voters and Democratic politicians, they're all about it. They're all about it. So we have this. We have a guy that has the Nazi tattoo and he is accused of just destroying his girlfriends, not just one, but multiple. The most abusive man on earth is what a girlfriend. Anyway, so that's where you go. That's what they have. It is pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic what they have. That's the Democrats, though. Now on Fauci. Oh, boy. I got this.
Hey, Garrett. Afternoon. It's Woody. I would love to see Fauci be held accountable.
Okay.
But you know what's going to happen.
What?
That little worm's going to show up, plead the fifth, and nothing will happen. But at least you put him through the paces. Make him lawyer up and spend some of his precious money that he got from the taxpayers.
Okay. So is he going to plead the fifth? He did get a pardon. What's the deal with that? What is that?
Garrett.
Yes.
Does anybody really think those 150 pardons went out for nothing? They should be worth about $100,000 each, I would think.
You know, you'd think so with Biden, but they're broke. That's why Jill had to write a book. Anyway.
By the way, Garrett,
yes.
If I'm not mistaken,
yes,
because he accepted the pardon, he cannot plead the Fifth Amendment.
Oh.
That was something that was going around during the Biden pardons. So I don't think he can plead the Fifth. And if he gets caught lying, it's perjury.
Now that's the question. Can Fauci plead the Fifth? Can he really get away with this stuff? Or will he be forced to answer? I will tell you what I believe is the correct answer. I have that for you. It's coming up. And then a Biden judge gave the Democrats the go-ahead to keep cheating in elections. I'll get that too. It's not the end of the world, but I'll just tell you about it. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. All right, so we have this. You want to call it a war? You can with Iran, right? It's hit the oil producers out in the Persian Gulf very hard. They're not making the money they want because the Hormuz Strait is closed, right? So they started selling reserve assets, including gold, to keep their governments afloat. That's right. They were selling gold. You notice gold went down a little bit? Their selling gold has created a buying opportunity for individual precious metal investors. Is that you? At the same time they pushed gold prices lower, our inflation started getting hot again, unfortunately. CPI rose 0.5% in May. The producer price index, man, that hit 1.1% in May. Those numbers are serious inflation. David Stockman, President Reagan's budget director, says those inflation numbers are going to keep getting bigger. So protect yourself with gold and silver. This could be a great pricing opportunity, buying opportunity. Talk to my friends at Republic Monetary Exchange. Don't stop. Talk to them in person or call them on the phone. They're in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. Stop in there and go to rmegold.com.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
If you're traveling on the 347 John Wayne Parkway on the southbound side, as you approach those 10 transition ramps, you'll start to see some of that stop-and-go traffic. Always a rough ride on that stretch. We have on the southbound side, approaching Riggs, a vehicle fire. That left lane is blocked, so expect about 12, 13 minutes to pass this one. On the 10 Papago Freeway westbound near 43rd Avenue, watch for a crash. That HOV lane is blocked. Stop-and-go traffic from 19th Avenue. I'm Carol in Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH. Participants may receive study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NASHlivertrials.com.
Sean Hannity.
They lied and said the border's closed, border's secure. It never was. Under Biden, Harris, Mayorkas, they flat out lied.
Tomorrow at 1.
Like they lied about Joe's cognitive state.
Listen to 550 KFYI anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Right, everybody cares about health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, and so many of us are guessing our way through our health, guessing what foods to eat, what supplements to take, wondering why some things make us feel better than others. Now, that's where Viome comes in. It's a simple, at-home gut health test that uses advanced RNA technology. It analyzes your gut microbiome, to understand how your body is truly functioning in this moment. And from there, Viome then creates a personalized food and supplement plan designed specifically for your body. Right, Linda? You've been doing this.
I have been doing it, and the test is easy. It's got great steps. It walks you right through. It's easy to do. You can send it right in.
Take the guesswork out of it. Get real data. Go to VIOME/Hannity. VIOME.com/Hannity today. And when you follow their plan, you can expect better digestion, more energy, improved mood. Stop guessing. Start knowing.
The FIFA World Cup is everywhere.
What a strike!
But the only place to hear every game live for free
is iHeartRadio.
Don't miss a moment. Open the app, search World Cup, and listen now.
Make this the year you get active and healthy. Visit the Good Feet store.
These lawyers love to promise you they're going to fight for you unless you read their fine print.
When you read the fine print, you'll see not licensed to practice in this state or not a law firm.
You do not trust your future anything other than experienced trial lawyers. Call the husband and wife law team first.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results, not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246 in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246, 837-7246.
They track, they target, prices can climb. StartPage is the private search engine that helps keep what you look up online from becoming a price tag. Try StartPage at startpage.com. That's startpage.com.
Did you know the 30-year fixed mortgage was born during the Great Depression? So why are homeowners still using a Depression-era loan to build wealth in the 21st century? The Life Changer loan allows homeowners to put their money to work, reduce interest costs, accelerate principal reduction, and maintain 24/7 access to their equity and pay off in just a few short years, not decades. It's not magic. It's just math. So visit lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031 NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Hastings & Hastings, we've lowered our discount fee to only 29% to handle your accident case.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? One lucky Perks Pass community member could win airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at PerksPass.com. Then help shape what's next in the Perks Pass community. PerksPass.com. Enter today.
It's your Tuesday Sports Minute brought to you by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. World Cup soccer, 4 games today. Portugal and Uzbekistan got it all started. England and Ghana, Group L matchup. Both teams with wins in their first games. Harry Kane and England go in as a heavy favorite at -475. Panama takes on Croatia in another Group L matchup. This one in Toronto. Croatia a slight favorite at -190. Tonight in Guadalajara, Mexico, it's Colombia versus the Democratic Republic of Congo. Colombia win over Uzbekistan in their first game. The Congo played Portugal to a 1-1 tie. Colombia favorites tonight at -185. At BetMGM, you can shoot your shot with same-game parlays, live betting, dark mode, and more. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus to wager, subject to eligibility requirements. Promotions vary by market. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. And that's your Tuesday BetMGM Sports Minute.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Some of the brightest college stars in recent history will hear their names called tonight during the NBA draft. The Suns do not have a first-round pick. Arizona guard Braden Burries and forward Koa Pete are projected as lottery picks tonight after putting up big numbers as freshmen. The Diamondbacks ride a 3-game skid into their rematch with St. Louis tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez takes the mound for Arizona. I'm Frank Arity.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
What's happening over there?
An American submarine sunk an Iranian warship.
Is heard here. Epic Fury updates on News Talk 550 KFYI.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Thank you for listening on KFYI in Phoenix and KNST in Tucson and on the free iHeartRadio app and on the free 550 KFYI YouTube channel. Now, when it comes to the pardon, everyone thinks that it's automatic. You have to answer questions. Well, I mean, yes, for the most part, as long as it's about federal stuff, right? If Fauci gets in there, if you get a presidential pardon, we'll find out if it's legit or not. Okay? You lose the right to plead the fifth as long as it's anything federal. Now, if there's something that could get you when it comes to state level charges not covered by the pardon or anything else, then you could plead the fifth. But I don't see how this is anything but federal stuff. So I would think that Anthony Fauci would actually have to answer the questions. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I've read up on this, and there's a lot of confusing lawyer-esque type articles that will put you to sleep about it, and I suffered through that for you. As long as, I believe, again, it's not something that could incriminate you state-wise. You accept a presidential pardon, yeah, you can't plead the fifth. So I want to see Fauci flippin' squirm. I want to, you know what I want? I want a Few Good Men moment. Did you order the code red? Did you order the 6-foot rule of the masks? Did you lie about funding going to Wuhan? Did you lie about your talks with the intelligence community? I would love to see that. But life's not a movie. And Anthony Fauci is a habitual liar. Like, that's what it comes down to. He is just a flat-out habitual liar. But, I mean, this could be some major stuff, and the whole country should pay attention to this. 1,000% should pay attention to this. So we'll see. Because the Democrats, all they want to do is keep on cheating. That's it. If you missed this, a federal judge that was appointed by Joe Biden, at least so he says, said, no, President Trump cannot do everything he can to stop cheating in elections. President Trump said, use the SAVE program. It puts people through. And again, Maricopa County Recorder Justin Heap does this. And Hobbs gave him a hard time, and Fontes gave him a hard time. But, and you would never get the corrupt Pima County Recorder to do it because she's in this neck deep. But it turns out that you have people that register to vote. They're put through this national program called the SAVE program. That's what the SAVE Act is based on. And it would run through to make sure you're an actual citizen. And if you're not, you are not. Well, you get contacted to see if there's any errors. But if you're not, then you are not getting approved to vote. You're not getting a ballot. You're not getting the ability to be on the voter rolls. You're removed. And this judge, her name is Sparkle. How does a judge named Sparkle, a person named Sparkle, has only one job they could do in life? And you know what that job is, right? To the main stage. That's it. You name your kid Sparkle, they should be destined to be a stripper. However, maybe you could also be a corrupt judge. Judge Sparkle Suknanen. Biden put her there. Said, no, Trump, you can't do this. All this does, this update, the SAVE, S-A-V-E, it allows states to more quickly verify that only Americans and American citizens are voting in federal elections. That's what they're doing. The update to it is to make sure that happens by no longer requiring all 9 digits of a voter registrant's social security number have to be entered in the verify eligibility. That's it. This woman is an immigrant. She came here from Trinidad and Tobago, and she said, no, I don't like it. There's 2 fundamental rights that are being wrecked that protect Americans from government overreach, the right to privacy and the right to vote. She said several federal agencies have joined forces to create a centralized, federalized database that contains private information of citizens, including Social Security numbers, which, by the way, the government already has, citizenship status, and other data. So she thinks it's terrible. She said Congress put in rules and laws to stop this from happening. She claimed the federal government trampled on the privacy rights of American citizens. Again, they know what we have. They know who we are. This is crazy. I hope it gets appealed. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is more. This is another. There's a Biden judge, somebody that wasn't even born here, who's trying to make it easy for Democrats to keep cheating. That's what stinks. That stinks in a very big way. But the Democrats are desperate for this. I mean, even Democrats, even Jewish Democrats, are okay with supporting a Nazi, that Graham Plattner guy. And this is what the Democrat Party has become. And these politicians, these Democrats, have no problem with it. A Democratic congressman has been banned by a coffee shop in New York City for supporting Israel. His reaction is as beta as you can get. I have it for you coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide, with a projected $5 billion industry by 2033. Looking to be part of this exciting growth? Crush Yard offers a unique franchise opportunity, redefining the pickleball experience with indoor court, exceptional dining, craft drinks, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard, pickleball, bar, and lounge.
One phone call could save you months of guessing. Before you start looking at houses, call Lund Mortgage and get pre-qualified. You'll know exactly what you can afford and be ready when the right home hits the market. 623-875-9940 or lundmortgage.com.
With a Harvest Right freeze dryer, it's not just about preserving fruits and vegetables. Freeze dry full meals, dairy, eggs, and meats, even ice cream and candy. And keep them fresh for years. Visit harvestright.com. That's harvestright.com.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Speaking out about her mother's disappearance from the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. Savannah Guthrie is making another emotional plea for information about her mother's disappearance. Speaking today on the NBC Today show, she said someone out there knows something.
Please do the right thing for us, for our family, for our children. And we love our mom, and we'll never stop looking for her, never.
Her comments follow reports yesterday that one of two notes sent to a Tucson television station earlier this year claimed Nancy Guthrie died shortly after she was abducted from her home February 1st and that she was buried in nature. Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego responding to allegations of misusing campaign money. In a post on X, Gallego did not dispute the allegations, instead saying that laws allow for child care reimbursement. An investigative report by Politico alleges that the Democratic senator used $18,000 from his leadership PAC for child care. He's also accused of funding elaborate family trips to the Super Bowl, Disneyland, and Disney World with campaign cash. President Trump and members of his own party could battle it out when he travels to Capitol Hill tomorrow. Trump is meeting with Republican senators to discuss two topics: the Save America Voting Act and the current Iran peace deal. Trump has expressed frustration with the stalled voting bill, which would require ID in order to vote. Meanwhile, several Republicans have expressed their own frustration with Trump's Iran deal. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow down 45 points, now 550. KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
On the I-10 Interloop westbound right near 16th Street, we have a crash. This one is off to the right. We have on the 10 Papago Freeway westbound near 43rd Avenue a crash. It looks like they've moved this one off to the side. And it's a rough ride on the 347 John Wayne Parkway. Southbound as you're approaching Riggs, we had a vehicle fire. That left lane is blocked. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Precision Air and Plumbing.
Hello, everybody. Eric Bryan, owner of Precision Air and Plumbing. If your newer AC system is already breaking down, chances are it wasn't installed or maintained properly. In the Arizona heat, small problems can become expensive fast. Call 602-FIX-MY-AC and make the precision decision today.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning. High 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night. Low 89. I'm Brad Siegel. 550 KFYI.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now at KFYI.com.
Hello there. Hi, Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, and of course on the free iHeart Radio app. And I'm also, you can watch me if you want on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel. Very, very, very important to do that. And you get in the chat, and there's all kinds of stuff. It's actually really cool. So get this. Again, I'm Jewish, and I see what's going on in the world, and it's just sickening, right? It's just sickening. What's going on? How we're accepting anti-Semitism hidden behind, I don't like Israel and the government. You could be against a government, but claiming there's genocide, it's like people forgot about the October 7th attack. It's as if people forgot about how many rockets are sent over every day, every week, every month from these terrorists, and they do it from schools and apartment buildings and hospitals. So yeah, you're going to fire back from where the rockets came from. These are terrorists, right? That's what it comes down to. These are flat out terrorists. And yet the Democratic Party, they are running on, we hate Jews, we hate Israel. They have a Nazi that is running for Senate in Maine. So a New York Democratic congressman who happens to be Jewish, Dan Goldman, he is pro-Israel, which is shocking to me. But he's still a Democrat, so he's a flippin' wuss, and he's a politician, and this is just crazy. So apparently his 7-year-old had to go to the bathroom. So he stopped in a coffee shop called Poetica Coffee. It's in Brooklyn. And he goes in there, and his daughter goes to the bathroom. So to say thank you, he bought a coffee. He bought a coffee. By the way, you know how much the coffee was? $9.82. $10 for a friggin' coffee. What? These people are crazy. So he goes and he does that. And then they found out who he was after he left, and they decided to ban him. And he was shocked by this. He was shocked. But Poetica Coffee went on social media, on Facebook, and they put a picture of him up there. Maybe they got it from security, I don't know. But they wrote, "Hey, Congressman Dan Goldman, we see that you stopped by our shop today for a coffee. Do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice?" This is what they did. "Or are you still having a hard time telling the difference?" See, here at Poetica, we don't serve racists, fascists, homophobes, genocide enablers, or anyone in between. Wow. Too bad we didn't recognize you right away, or we would have turned you away. We issued you a refund. We don't need your money. It's probably coming from AIPAC anyways. Enjoy your loss on Tuesday. Don't ever come to Poetica, because he's in a primary today. He's being challenged by, and this guy's a far leftist. He's even by a socialist Democrat, a Jew hater. So they said, you're not welcome here. Can you imagine what would happen if you said, hey, LGBTer, you're not welcome here? Hey, black person, you're not welcome here. It'd be crazy. But it's accepted that, and it shouldn't ever be the way, but it's accepted about this? Kicking him out. He supports Israel. You like Jews? You're not allowed here. No, it's not that. You're saying that they are committing genocide. This is insane. This is what Dan Goldman said about the first thing. The second's going to just blow your mind. This is what he said about what happened when he went into the coffee shop.
Yeah, it was quite surprising, in part because I had such a nice interaction with the barista in the coffee shop. She was wearing a hijab. I didn't know her, but she couldn't have been nicer and allowed my daughter to go use the bathroom. And I honestly was so grateful for her kindness that I felt like I should buy a coffee. And so I did, and I gave her a large tip, and it was diametrically opposite to that post that I came upon later. And it's a real sad, it's a reflection, I think, of a sad state of affairs that without knowing me, we could have had such a nice interaction. Two people, obviously from different backgrounds, different faiths, but that's what America is. And that's what New York City is. That is what I believe in.
What a wuss, by the way. How about you say, stop the hate? Stop the hate. You're going to ban someone? You're going to ban someone for supporting Jews and supporting Israel? No, Gary. You're only supporting Israel. It's nothing against Jews. Yeah, give me a break. She literally hates you. She hates you. By the way, the coffee shop actually has a sign up in their store that they promise to treat all customers with unconditional dignity. That's what they say. Unconditional dignity. There's no unconditional dignity. This guy just got belted in the mouth. And instead of being upset, right? Instead of saying, no, let's have a conversation about this. And again, it's amazing how people get so propagandized through social media and everything else as if terrorists are okay and Israel is not. The terrorists are the ones that target Israel all the time. All the time. And they hate Jews and they hate Israel. You probably AIPAC money. The mission statement on this stupid coffee shop's website, the owner is, by the way, Parviz Mukadamakdukalov. We treat people with unconditional dignity. Unconditional dignity. Now, again, this Dan Goldman, do you think he'd be upset at the coffee shop, at the barista? No. You know who he's really upset? Who's really upset him? Who he really wants to direct his anger? Donald Trump.
Come on. We're better than this. And we need to be better than this. And we have to stop dividing ourselves so much and try to find the common ground and unify, especially within the Democratic Party, because the person who is inflicting so much damage on every New Yorker's lives on a day-to-day basis is not 6,000 miles away. He's in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And that is who the enemy is that we all need to unify to stop.
So it's not the terrorists. It's not the terrorist sympathizers. It's not the ones, and they, by the way, they hate you as a Jew. They hate anybody that supports Israel, anybody that supports Jewish people. It's not them. We shouldn't unify and say, let's stop the hate. Let's unify and get Trump. I mean, that's the Democrat Party. This is one of the sickest things I've ever heard. Let's just go get Trump. We need to come together. I'm Jewish. You hate me. Let's come together and just go get Trump. He's the enemy. So insane. But this is the Democratic Party now. This is what they're okay with. If it gets them back into power, they're okay with it. I feel terrible that Jews are being discriminated against, right? I feel awful that what's happening to Christians around the country as well, and of course in Africa. I feel terrible about all this stuff. But then I don't feel bad for Dan Goldman, because instead of fighting back against this, he basically said, well, it's okay to hate me as long as we could both agree to get rid of Trump. What do you think they're going to do with you if they get rid of Trump and they take over power? Just like the LGBT community. What do you think these socialists, that they're really radical Muslims, the one that are that way, they're gonna toss you guys off of rooftops. They're using you. They don't like you. These are the socialists and the commies. That's why the Nazi Party worked with the Muslim Brotherhood. My gosh. You could hit me up on the talkback if you'd like. Wait till you hear, by the way, what the reaction was to this by the New York commie mayor, Mamdani. Wait till you hear that one. I have that for you. And Ruben Gallego's at it again. You know, he got busted. He spent a lot of his money, a lot of donor money. Could be some major FEC violations. Donor money spent to go take his wife to Miami for her birthday, to go to St. Bart's, to go to Disneyland, Disney World. Now he is talking about children. Wait till you hear that. It's all coming up. Don't go anywhere. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Advanced window products, man. If you are needing windows because you feel that heat, it's hot. You feel that heat coming in, you need windows. And if you're like, not now, the price is outrageous. Advanced window products, they make their windows right here in the Valley in Tolleson. They get their glass from Buckeye, and they are specifically made for our climate. I know that you can put your hand up. Their windows are so good, so much better than the others. You could put your hand up and the sun's blaring through and not feel the heat. You want to save on energy bills? And let me tell you again, the price for the windows is so affordable because they take out the middleman. Advanced window products, they sell directly to you. You get the savings. They have windows that have the extra coating on it, which is what we need here in the Valley. They're made custom for your openings for your windows. They use professional in-house installation crews. You have a lifetime warranty on glass. For whatever reason it breaks, they'll fix it. Advanced window products. Call them today. You can get $2,500 off when you buy 10 windows or more. The prices will shock you. They're so low. Call 480-764-2002. 480-764-2002. AdvancedWindowProducts.com.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
We have a brand new crash on the 303. This is southbound near Glendale. I've lost my cameras to this one. It's being reported that the two left lanes are blocked, and we have some heavy delays in the area. On the 10, the Papago Freeway westbound near 43rd Avenue, a crash still has that HOV lane blocked. And on the 347, the John Wayne Parkway southbound, right near Riggs, earlier vehicle fire has now moved off to the left. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Viome. If your supplement routine requires a spreadsheet, we need to talk. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create precision supplements and a nutrition-based plan designed for your body. No guesswork, just science. Viome.com. Use code radio. That's Viome.com. Use code radio today.
Glenn Beck.
Donald Trump doesn't roll over for anyone. If he disagrees with you or he thinks you're hurting
tonight at 7,
what he's trying to do in America, he's going to take you on. I don't care who you are.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take it from Rick. Put down that paintbrush and pick up your phone. Call Rhino Shield at 855-4-RHINO. Call now and receive 10% off the regular price. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
For your 10% off, call now. 855-4-RHINO. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield. Bad breath is a confidence killer. You can have the best outfit, the funniest jokes, but if your breath smells like what you just ate, that's all people remember. Most gums and mints just cover it up. It's like spraying perfume on dirty laundry. Zellman's Minty Mouth is different. It's the functional breath freshener you swallow. Clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. Because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Go to Zellmans.com. That's ZELMINS.com and use code FRESH for 15% off your first order. Zellmans.com.
One study found that half of all clients are unhappy with their lawyer. The number one complaint, a total lack of communication.
That's why we survey our clients and know over 97% are happy. Do your research. Call the husband and wife law team first.
Flowers fade, cards get tossed, but a personalized song, that lasts forever. Surprise someone you love with a custom song made just for them with Joybox. Visit joybox.com to get started on your personalized song today. Don't just say I love you. Sing it with Joybox.
Strategies to limit the IRS. Listen to Cover Your Assets Saturday morning at 10 on KFYI. Go to sunvalleywealth.com.
Compare the candidates for Attorney General. Lieutenant Colonel Rodney Glassman, Air Force prosecutor, JAG officer. Rodney Glassman spent decades prosecuting criminals.
Or career politician Warren Peterson. Warren Peterson has never prosecuted a single case. No courtroom experience. Only recently licensed to practice law. Warren Peterson would be learning how to prosecute on the job.
Rodney Glassman is a Trump conservative running for Attorney General to stop Katie Hobbs and Chris May's political lawfare against President Trump on day one.
Warren Peterson worked with Katie Hobbs to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on Democrat priorities, supported higher taxes, and voted to fund Chris May's lawsuits against President Trump.
Lieutenant Colonel Rodney Glassman. Experienced, tough, conservative. The Attorney General Arizona needs.
Paid for by Glassman for Attorney General. Authorized by Rodney Glassman.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of Life Source Water. Arizona's desert water is some of the harshest in the country. It's tough on your skin, your hair, and your home. Some people turn to old-fashioned softeners, but there's a better way. With Life Source, you get clean, conditioned, and healthy water from every tap without salt. It's our summer sale. Save up to $1,000 when we pay your sales tax. Hurry, offer ends July 4th. Call our factory at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com.
Warranty limitations apply.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at perkspass.com.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning. High 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night. Low 89. I'm Brad Siegel. 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Upgrade your cookout game this July 4th at Lowe's. Save $50 on select Pit Boss DX Smart Electric Smoker. Now just $249. Valid through 6/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on. Lionel Messi! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live.
Magic touch.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game. Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Thursday night at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
Truth, Justice, and the Hannity Way. Sean Hannity. Tomorrow at 1 on your smart speaker. Say, play 550 KFYI.
Garen Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson. You have also the free iHeartRadio app and the 550 KFYI YouTube channel. So many different ways to listen, to watch, all of this stuff, right? All of this stuff. You have that way to do it. Now, quick 3 things I think you need to know. KK Katie Hobbs is being investigated for pay to play because a company Sunshine Residential Homes wanted more money in their state contract to provide beds for DCS. They donated $100,000 to Katie Hobbs' inauguration fund, and bada boom, bada bing, they got more money, the only agency. So a bill was introduced to say, we need transparency. If you're going for a state contract, you have to disclose all of your donations, and Katie Hobbs vetoed it. Tell me you're guilty without saying you're guilty. Tell me that. Second thing that I think you need to know, and man, there's just so much, but this is another good one. I don't know if you remember this or not, but you had a bunch of Antifa thugs attack an ICE facility, shoot a police officer in Texas last year. Remember that? Well, 8 of them just got about 500 years in prison. I know nobody thinks anything ever happens to these people, but it did in a very big way. That is huge right there. That is huge. Third thing that I think you need to know, Senator Rand Paul has issued a subpoena ordering Anthony Fauci to testify next month, where he can't plead the fifth because he got a presidential pardon. All about lying to Congress and everything. 3 things I think you need to know. Big stuff. Huge stuff. So, Ma'am Donnie, the New York City mayor. Again, this is a big deal, right? New York City, a Brooklyn coffee shop got anti-Semitic, told a Democratic congressman who's Jewish that because you're pro-Israel, you're no longer welcome in my shop. And by the way, Harmeet Dillon, the Assistant Attorney General, she oversees the Civil Rights Division, she said, we are investigating this. But the Democrats don't even want it investigated. Ma'am Donnie, who also hates Jews, as does his wife, was asked about this.
Can I also ask on something else? What happened with Dan Goldman at Poetica Cafe yesterday? What do you think about what transpired there? Do you think it's a kind of okay way for someone to express political disagreements with his views on this group?
I have many a political disagreement with Congressman Goldman when it comes to his votes and his views on Israel. I think that what we saw online goes beyond it.
What we saw goes beyond it. No condemnation. Nope. You know what? You can disagree with people, but you have to be welcoming. Are we told to be welcoming? Are we told to be inclusive? They drive around in their Subarus with a coexist bumper sticker on the back. Don't they have that? Why? All of a sudden now, there's no condemnation of that. If it was a coffee shop where they told a Muslim to leave, you know Ma'am Donnie would have let a riot down there. 1,000% he would have done that. This is just beyond that. No condemnation. But you know what? Dan Goldman, the congressman who has been discriminated against, didn't even condemn it. I was just surprised by it. You know, we need to refocus and come together and go get Trump together. They hate you. Yeah, I know, but we need to get Trump out. Like, that is some sick stuff right there. That's the Democratic Party. That's it. So, let me get you another hypocrite. Ruben Gallego. Oh my gosh, Ruben Gallego. He put up a video on an X post today holding his daughter. And she looks very cute. Isla. He's trying to, I don't know.
What I have found, especially...
Hang on, not yet, Ruben. What exactly is Ruben trying to say here? He's trying to act like he's the world's greatest dad. You remember what Ruben did with his ex-wife, right? You remember that? When she's getting ready to push it. And then he's like, by the way, I'm divorcing you and you're going to pick up the legal fees. Remember that? She's about to go to labor and he's like, here you go. See you later, Kate Gallego, the Phoenix mayor. See ya. And she stupidly, because she's another dumb Democrat, I'm going to keep the last name of the man so people think I'm Hispanic. I get more votes that way when I run for mayor in the city of Phoenix. That's what she did. The guy left you as you're about to deliver your son. And you're like, I'm going to still use his last name. I mean, how much of a loser can you be? Anyway, here's Gallego holding his daughter with his new wife.
What I have found, especially in my, 3 times my kids were born, especially these, recently, that I'm important in terms of maternal health too. And I did not have my babies at the easiest time. My second baby, Isla, came in the middle of my very competitive Senate campaign. And imagine how ticked off my campaign was when I said, I know this is an important campaign, but I need to be at home with my wife. This is going to be hard. We had a C-section that was not planned, and I took 2 months off from the campaign.
Hang on. He took 2 months off from his campaign. They knew they were going to rig it anyway. He took 2 months off from his campaign to be with his wife after he left his first wife as she's about to deliver the baby. He left her, said, I'm divorcing you. He obviously was shacking up with his, because his new wife that he's with now, she was a lobbyist. Can you believe this guy?
Middle of a campaign, one of the most competitive campaigns in the country, to make sure that my wife had a good recovery. Delivery, recovery, because as we know, postpartum really matters. Not just
postpartum, not my first wife, doesn't matter with her. I divorced her ass, and she even paid for the legal fees. I said that you're going to pick up the legal fees. You got that?
This in terms of health, but in terms of mentally knowing how to be there for your spouse, and something that I think finally got almost right on this guy, but it took a couple lessons. So having any type of guidance and help is going to be very beneficial, especially for those men that didn't grow up with someone that they could talk to and ask about how to do this.
Wow. Well, let's talk about your first child with your first wife. They're lizard people, man. It's not just Rodney. They're all lizard. They're lizard people. They're not normal. This is not normal. He's not smart. Anybody with at least a quarter brain would have been like, I'm not going to even talk about this stuff because I have history where I left my wife when she was about to give birth. Not a good look. Not a good look. Remember when Democrats actually cared about women? Yeah. I'll get to talkbacks. I will. There's more to this Katie Hobbs scandal, by the way. She just vetoed a bill that would have called for accountability because she is being investigated for a pay-to-play scandal. You want this to stop? She vetoed the bill that could have stopped it. I'll get to that. What a corrupt person. Oh, my gosh. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Good Feet Arch Supports, man, they have changed my life. The Good Feet Arch Supports. If you're having pain when you walk, if it's just killing you. I mean, I'll never forget when I was at a Good Feet store and I saw a Gold Star mom and she's like, I get shots. I can't walk. This is crazy. And she went to the Good Feet store. She was fit with the Good Feet Arch Supports. They're hard molded pieces of plastic, fit in all your shoes, all your dress shoes. You just pop them in there and you walk around. And she's like, and she was walking around the store. She goes, I have not walked this much in a very long time. If you're having back pain, knee pain, ankle, plantar fasciitis, your feet, the pain is, it makes you want to sit, go to the Good Feet store. I've been wearing the Good Feet Arch Supports for 14 years. They were miraculous for me. I have flat feet. I would start to ache in my low back. My feet would throb when I'm washing dishes. No more for me. Go to the Good Feet store, 5 in the Valley. Find the closest to you at goodfeet.com. Tell them Garrett Lewis sent you. You will get a free customized arch support fitting. Try it before you buy them. Take them for a test walk. Make your life fun again. Go to goodfeet.com.
Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego is responding to allegations of misusing campaign money. In a post on X, Gallego says that laws allow for child care reimbursement. An investigative report by Politico alleges the Democratic senator used $18,000 from his leadership PAC for child care. He's also accused of going on lavish trips with campaign cash. An attorney for Arizona DACA recipient Carla Toledo has filed a motion asking a court to end the federal government's deportation case against her. The case against the 31-year-old Tucson resident was dismissed earlier this month, but then it was refiled by the Department of Homeland Security. The Justice Department has announced a record-breaking health care fraud crackdown. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche announcing charges are being brought against more than 450 defendants. The alleged fraud totals more than $6.5 billion. Among those being charged are 90 medical professionals. President Trump visiting a Mack truck factory near Allentown, Pennsylvania today to promote his record on the economy. Trump also making remarks at the huge plant, which has been awarded a $47 million contract to make heavy-duty dump trucks for the military. Now a check on traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center,
As I mentioned in my last report, we have a crash on the Loop 303. This is southbound near Glendale, and we just got word that now the freeway is closed. So you might try using Cotton or Saraville to get around this one. But again, the Loop 303 southbound at Glendale is currently closed. On the 101, the Pima Freeway southbound at Thomas, new crash reported to us, blocking that left lane. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip for us, let us know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
Sponsored by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Happy birthday, America. It's Kevin Rowe from Lerner & Rowe, and we're giving you a shot at even more money to discover America. Go to KFYI.com now and register to win $2,500 from Lerner & Rowe. Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Dial 977-1900.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going home.
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
I'm Andy Biggs, the Trump-endorsed candidate for governor of Arizona. I'm ready to turn Arizona around, but I can't do it without a strong conservative candidate for attorney general to defeat liberal Chris Mays. Warren Peterson is the only conservative choice for AG. Warren Peterson led the fight to keep boys out of girls' sports, secure our elections, and defend the border. He'll keep us safe as attorney general. Join me in voting for Warren Peterson, the conservative choice for attorney general.
Paid for and authorized by Friends of Warren Peterson.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SHELTER to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SHELTER to 989898 today.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN. 602-837-PAIN.
My name is Yvonne, and I'm a mom of 4. Me and my husband have 4 kids.
I am the mother of 2 teenage boys. I think about the risks that our children are facing online and the dangers that exist.
Being a parent overall is stressful, but with the apps, it's definitely 100% more stressful. That's why we need Congress to pass the App Store Accountability Act.
The App Store Accountability Act requires a parent's approval before our kids download any apps and requires clear descriptions so that we know what our kids are downloading.
Parental approval is a no-brainer to me. Real age verification and clear description of apps for parents would be really helpful. The so-called Parents Over Platforms bill lets kids enter their own age and they don't require parent approval. I think it's a terrible idea.
Parents know what's best for their kids. That's why the App Store Accountability Act is the only bill that requires parental approval for a teen to download an app.
The App Store Accountability Act is the only way to put parents in charge.
Paid for by Copper State Education Alliance.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
More history at this year's World Cup as Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the only man to ever score in 6 tournaments.
Goes Cancelo delivering the cross!
Ronaldo scored twice to lead Portugal to the 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. 2 more matches are on tap for this evening. Panama takes on Croatia, and Colombia squares off with DR Congo.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
550 KFYI.
Made by people, for people. Guaranteed human.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction, 550. KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, on the free iHeartRadio app as well, and on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel where the chat's going bananas and people are watching it and they're liking it, and the last comment is slabs of beef. That's true. Slabs of beef and lizard people, that's what they are. So Katie Hobbs, she should get wrecked over this. Again, tell me you're guilty without not telling me you're guilty. Again, it looks to me she got influenced in a pay-to-play scandal. Again, really quick recap. There's a company, a contractor called Sunshine Residential Homes, and they provide homes and beds to children that are taken out of their homes by DCS. And they get X amount of dollars per bed. Well, they said, we want more dollars per bed, Arizona. We want more. And nobody was getting any more. The state was not going to pay any contractor any more for anything. And then next thing you know, Sunshine Residential donated $100,000 to Katie Hobbs' inauguration fund back in 2023. And next thing you know, they were the one and only contractor that got a raise from the state of Arizona. Tell me that's not pay to play. Oh, and then they donated $300,000 more to Democrats in Arizona, the Arizona Democratic Party. $400,000, and that's it. That's a big deal. Now, Katie Hobbs supposedly has been under investigation for years. She said she would not commit, at least she doesn't really talk. I mean, you heard her with Buc-ee's yesterday. Her staff said she is not committing to do a sit-down interview and answer questions from Attorney General Chris Mays. Why? Nothing to hide. Like, what are you doing? Okay? So, She's supposedly under investigation. You would think that Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell would really put the screws to her, considering we're told that Rachel Mitchell is a Republican. Nothing's happening there. She's trying to run out this clock. She's done so many corrupt things. And she just vetoed the bill that could stop this from happening again. A transparency reform bill written by, or at least introduced by, State Senator T.J. Shope. It would have required any contractor, right? If you're going for a state contract, for whatever, the state's going to pay you for something, you have to disclose your donations to politicians and PACs and everything. Senate Bill 1186. It says here in the press release from the Arizona Senate Republicans, it would require companies that want to get taxpayer-funded contracts and grants to disclose political donations, gifts, and other items of value connected to the governor and her political network. All that stuff, right? To make sure that you're not doing this in hopes you're going to get, well, here we go, going to get more money, going to get another deal. And she vetoed it. She vetoed it. Again, tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. Hobbs wrote in her veto letter, this was a, quote, political stunt, end quote. Political stunt. Don't we deserve the right to know? If you are going to get any company, if they're going for a contract with the state of Arizona, we should have the right to know if they get it or not, who they have donated to, because that could influence the decision. Why did Sunshine Residential Homes, why were they the only entity to get a raise from the state of Arizona? Nobody else did. Why do you think that is? They're just going to they're going to lock Katie Hobbs away in one of the clean bathrooms at the Buc-ee's. That's what they're going to do. It's going to happen. She should be getting so much heat from this, but they just lock her away. Andy Biggs should be all over it, man. He should be all over. And he did write a tweet. It was a tweet. That's it. And I want Andy Biggs to win. I've gotten talkbacks. It's like a vicious cycle, okay? When I brought this up at the start, I actually, this was a talkback.
Hey, Garrett, Steve Tucson.
Hey.
I don't know what's going on with the Republicans because you don't see these television commercials. Katie Hobbs is all over. If you're on YouTube, you get these 15-second commercials that come up, and it's sickening. She's there every single time. She's on TV, and I don't see any Republican ads. I don't see anything like that. They need to straighten up and start throwing it out there, putting money into ads.
I'm with you. And don't take this the wrong way, but have you donated? Because from what I am hearing is that it's hard to get donations these days. And Katie Hobbs has had years, and she gets these donations, and Act Blue, before Act Blue has started losing it, and Act Blue is very shady. It's a website the Democrats use for fundraising, and there's a lot of things they like to get away with. It's very shady. But Katie Hobbs has money thrown to her by the Democratic Party. It's not like she's going out and she's so good at fundraisers. You're like, here you go. Here's $2,600 or whatever. I remember she went to some fundraiser in Los Angeles. They're just throwing it at her. And I'm telling you, it's hard for a lot of people, a lot of Republicans, a lot of people to raise money. People are holding on to their money for that. They got to be inspired. They have to say, I'm gonna give you this because I think you can do it. I want to see a return on my investment. I want to see you in the office. And that's why it's hard to get the money. It's tough right now. But I also think that if the Biggs campaign had some more energy and was having fun and was just ripping into Katie Hobbs on a daily basis, multiple times a day, the way Spencer Pratt was. Why did Spencer Pratt get so much money? I mean, you knew they were going to rig it. He's in a big blue city in Los Angeles, and people were throwing money at that guy left and right because he had so much energy on social media, other places. Now, not everybody's Spencer Pratt, but there's got to be some energy to inspire people to say, I'm opening up my wallet and I'm giving you this. And let's be honest, I want Andy Biggs to win, but I have not seen it. And honestly, the state lawmakers, they're not helping either. Legislators, they're not helping either. What are they doing to attack Katie Hobbs? I don't see it. I don't see it. So, I mean, they should just wreck her over this. It's easy to say. Katie Hobbs is being investigated for pay to play, and she just vetoed a bill that would stop it in the future. Boom. Why did Katie Hobbs veto a bill to stop pay for play, corrupt politics? Is it because she's under investigation for the same thing? That gets people's attention, doesn't it? Hell yeah, it does. I'm getting the talkbacks. I will get to more of these. Oh, yes, I will. I have that, and again, Democrats are just crazy. It's just the things they say are just, they're crazy. But what they're doing, too, I have more Democrats fighting for illegals. Wait till you hear what Adelita Grijalva and others are doing for illegals now. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. If you are not going to Bear Arms Firearms Instagram page as they are just having fun with the World Cup and firearms and everything, you're missing out. Bear Arms Firearms, they're a family-owned gun shop. largest in-store selection of firearms in the Valley. They're in Scottsdale, Shea. Great location, right? They're awesome. Bear Arms Firearms has been posting about World Cup and the countries that are playing and having firearms that represent those countries, okay? Like Portugal and Uzbekistan. Portugal had a Belgium-made Minimi used by their military, and Uzbekistan, they had a Kami Block RPD. That was awesome. Well, when England versus Ghana, the Brits don't approve any weapons. So they brought over a plastic knife, and this time they brought over someone representing London, Hussein Abdul-Jabbar. That's funny. They are great. Go get your firearms, your ammo, everything at Bear Arms Firearms in Scottsdale. They'll buy your firearms. They'll do all kinds of stuff. They're at Scottsdale and Shea, beararmsaz.com.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
We still have the 303 southbound closed from Glendale to Bethany Home Road. There's a very serious accident, and I understand folks stuck in this are trying to make their way through the median to head to the other direction on the freeway, which, by the way, it looks like we have that left lane blocked. So pack some patience, folks. Again, 303 southbound closed at Glendale. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Right now, you can score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Don't miss your chance to save on tech, chairs, custom print, school supplies, and more. It all ends July 4th. Staples, that was easy.
All of these issues, you line them up, and the left is wrong.
The voices of reason.
I think there's a lot of people who have been red-pilled.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Tomorrow at 10.
The dishonesty that they have seen from the media.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
In Arizona, they said, need to paint like every 6 years. And I said, that's crazy.
Phoenix, make it the summer that you stop painting. Do what Brian did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a ranch-style house. 3 sides are a sheathing. It's the wood sheathing that got coated with Rhino Shield.
And get this, Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
Rhino Shield, they talk about like an R13 insulation value. Another way to reduce the air conditioning bill. I think it's a really good investment and will be well worth it.
And right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
I had to live in the house for about 20 years, and you guys warranty your product. I don't have to worry about it.
Rhino Shield, backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. So stop throwing your money away on ordinary paint. Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You worked hard for that 800 credit score, so why are you still using a mortgage designed during the Great Depression for people who were financially struggling? Shouldn't financial discipline earn you something better? The Life Changer loan allows you to do your banking inside your mortgage, pay off in a few short years, and keep 24/7 access to your equity. Control, flexibility, speed, because you've earned it. It's not magic, it's just math. Visit lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031 NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Do you have World Cup fever? Wonderful strike! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026 live and for free. Yes. No matter what team you're cheering for, you can hear it all on the free iHeartRadio app.
Stop guessing. Call Lund Mortgage. Get pre-qualified. 623-875-9940. LundMortgage.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, what sort of noise is your air conditioner making? You say it sounds like a cross between a glockenspiel and a what? A sousaphone. Well, my Frankie can fix that. How long has it been making? About 75 verses. Okay, well, I'll send someone over right away. No, he's not an orchestra conductor. Well, you'll have to provide your own tuxedo, sir. Bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide, with a projected $5 billion industry by 2033. Looking to be part of this exciting growth? Crush Yard offers a unique franchise opportunity, redefining the pickleball experience with indoor court, exceptional dining, craft drinks, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard, Pickleball Bar and Lounge.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at PerksPass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at PerksPass.com.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning, high 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night, low 89. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Viome. A cabinet full of supplements, your body might not need half of them. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create personalized probiotics and nutrition plan based on your biology. Real science, real answers, real personalization. Check out Viome.com. Use code RADIO today.
This is my news and talk station. Thanks for keeping me aware of what's happening. It's great.
News Talk 550 KFYI. Set a preset on the new iHeartRadio app.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix. KNST AM 790 in Tucson on the free iHeartRadio app. A lot of talkbacks with a lot of frustration from people because they don't think Andy Biggs is putting in the kind of effort his campaign is doing that. And they could get mad, and that's okay. It's totally fine for us to talk about this. I mean, I could point out again how bad Katie Hobbs is, how corrupt Katie Hobbs is, how awful she is. I do it all the time. And I'm just letting you know it's not just puppy dogs and roses, right, and balloons when it comes to Andy Biggs and how this campaign is going. It's just not that way. Okay. Now we have some insanity going on with the Democrats. Okay. Adelita Grijalva and Crazy Cramps Yasemin Ansari. There's Adelita. Took a little while to get there. They are going crazy as they try to stand up for this illegal immigrant activist named Carla Toledo, this 31-year-old, who, by the way, is being put into deportation proceedings again, just like I told you she would. Adelita Grijalva tweeted out 1 month ago, ICE illegally entered the home of Carla Toledo, a DACA recipient with no criminal record, and put her in detention. Homeland Security already asked the immigration court to dismiss Carla's deportation case, and the court granted the request, but now they reversed course. Well, the reason, by the way, they did that is so they could do it again. She filed her DACA. By the way, DACA doesn't mean you're here legally. DACA was made up by Obama. It's on the Constitution. It's not a law. You know this. I know this. So they reversed course. They started the process all over again. We knew this was going to happen. So she's here illegally. She went to Mexico, She's supposed to re-register. She didn't do it. She violated DACA rules. It's an executive order. She's here illegally. Her husband's here illegally. It's time to go. It's time to go. So Adelita is all about this. And yes, there she is. Crazy Cramps Yasemin wrote, ICE is filing papers to deport Carla Toledo after she filed the correct paperwork and an immigration judge dismissed her case. It's one more example of the utter cruelty of Trump's despotic mass deportation agenda. I stand with Carla and Dreamers in Arizona and around the country. Like, they don't even hide the fact that they are so radical and they fight for illegals more than anything else. There is nothing about Americans being damaged, being hurt, rules, laws being followed that gets their attention. They are that bad. It's that bad. And there's a story here in the Arizona Republic about this. DACA recipient faces new deportation proceedings after case dismissed. Yeah, again, because they knew this was going to happen. Okay? They knew it was going to happen. So she is getting the big old boot, and she should. Her lawyer's upset because that's what lawyers do and lawyers say. They said they got rid of the case. They dropped it. Yeah, okay. The notice to appear stated he was pursuing the deportation of Toledo and her husband because her husband's an illegal as well. Her lawyer said it's bad faith on the part of the government. So what? You're here illegally. That's what it comes down to. And on top of she's an illegal immigrant activist on top of that. Homeland Security, very quickly, put out a statement. Carla Toledo's case was refiled jointly with her husband so they can face removal proceedings as a family unit. Boom. Just like that. We don't want to separate the families. You're here illegally. You both got to go. That's what I voted for. Illegal aliens who claim to be recipients of DACA are not automatically protected from deportation. DACA does not confer any form of legal status in this country. Any illegal alien who is a DACA recipient may be subject to arrest and deportation for a number of reasons, including if they've committed a crime, a Homeland Security spokesperson said. That's it. See you later. This is... Oh. This, you know what? I'll do more. There's some more about this. I'll get to this. I'll get to the talkbacks about Andy Biggs. I know you want to give him on the free iHeartRadio app. Tap the red mic. You have 30 seconds. I have it all coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code Viome50 to save $50 off your purchase.
CEOs You Should Know gives you an opportunity to learn from some of the top business executives across Arizona and the country. Hi, it's Rich Barra. Come and join me by searching CEOs You Should Know Phoenix on your free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's Garrett Lewis. Make sure you're listening tomorrow from 4 until 7. Joe from Advanced Window Products will be in studio with me, and he's going to be offering an incredible price for you to replace your windows. Joe from Advanced Window Products in studio with me tomorrow, 4 to 7 on KFYI.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
An Arizona lawmaker pushes back on allegations. From the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego is responding to allegations of misusing campaign funds. 550 KFYI's Wendy Swanson has more.
In a post on X yesterday, Gallego didn't dispute the allegations, instead saying that laws allow for child care reimbursement. An investigative report by Politico alleged that the Democratic senator used $18,000 from his leadership PAC for child care since 2019. He's also accused of funding elaborate family trips to the Super Bowl and Disney with campaign cash. Gallego says the nice venues are a part of the fundraising because that's where the donors are. Wendy Swanson, 550 KFYI News.
Lucid plans to cut around 18% of its workforce. That's according to a filing with the SEC, with the electric vehicle maker saying the move will save the company nearly $160 million. It affects full-time employees, contractors, and hourly production workers, including around 700 people employed at its factory in Casa Grande. President Trump has warned Iran once again against obtaining a nuclear weapon as negotiations continue between the two countries. Arriving in Pennsylvania this afternoon, Trump telling reporters, you want to see trouble? Let them have a nuclear weapon. Earlier today, he posted Iran has fully and completely agreed to nuclear inspections. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow down 45 points, now 550 KFYI traffic.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
It's been a very busy afternoon on your roadways. Right now, we have the 303 southbound still closed at Glendale due to a very serious accident. If you can hop off, use Cotton Lane or Saraville to get around this one. To the 10, the inner loop eastbound, we have a crash near 19th Avenue, one near 7th Street, and another one on the westbound side near 16th Street. To the 101 westbound, crash near 51st Avenue, and on the Pima Freeway southbound, crash near Thomas. I'm Carol, taking a look at Valley traffic.
This report is sponsored by Superstar Car Wash. Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's right, totally free for a limited time. Because we love what makes you shine. See website for details.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning, high 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night, low 89. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
With you. It's your afternoon addiction, 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, on the free iHeart Radio app and on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel where you can watch. You can watch me talk, which is just excellent. Thank you for hanging out, and I am getting a lot of talkbacks about all of this stuff. But let me just continue, because this is how, look, again, Democrats, we go with it, right, to the last hour. Democrats, they are cool with hating Jews and hating Israel. That's apparently what it takes to get elected. It's hating Jews, hating Israel, standing up for illegals over Americans, and supporting men playing in women's sports, getting in the women's bathroom as men, locker room. Like, these are all the crazy things. This is what the Democratic Party is. I guess they still get votes from people because some might be okay with it. Others might just be too stupid or just living in la la land and don't want to deal with this stuff. Either way, it's terrible. And the Democrats don't run from this. This is why I wish Republicans, are they real? Like the MAGA ones are real. They don't back down. One thing about Democrats, they don't back down from their insane ideas. They're like, we're either going to go down with the ship or not. Like, that's just the way it is. In this story with the Arizona Republic, they had the Tucson mayor, because this chick's down in Tucson, Carla Toledo. And again, I love the fact that ICE said, look, or Homeland Security said, look, we dropped the case so then we could refile it so we didn't separate the family. Carla and her husband are both going to be deported together. Keep them together. Why not, right? You're both here illegally. And you have Adelita Grijalva, and you have Yasemin Ansari, and you have... Ruben Gallego, Mark Kelly stood up for this illegal. And then you have Greg Stanton. They're all doing this. They stand up for the illegal instead of us. Regina Romero, the Tucson mayor. She's out there. The things these people say. My gosh. Regina Romero. She is fit to be tied over this. There are so many problems in Tucson. You're listening on KNST, you know this. Every bus stop has people shooting up, passed out, all kinds of nasty stuff going on. And Regina Romero is fighting for an illegal immigrant. That's what it comes down to. Regina Romero said this Carla Toledo is the embodiment of what many dreamers signify. It's deeply concerning when immigration enforcement appears focused on individuals who are complying with the law, but she didn't. Anyway, she's here illegally too, rather than prioritizing genuine public safety threats. Here's the thing. As if Democrats care about public safety threats. You think they care about public safety threats? That's why they have sanctuary cities and states. They release illegals, dangerous ones, criminals. They release them instead of giving them to ICE. They ignore ICE's retainers for them. So give me a break there, Regina. Regina continued. They make them stronger. They make them better. She has contributed to Tucson, followed the legal process, deserves to be treated with dignity and fairness. Okay. Said it creates fear and uncertainty for families, employers, schools, and neighborhoods and cities. That's really what it does. That's what Regina is about. Regina Romero, man, she is she's a piece of work. She said this case is about more than one individual. It's about whether we stand up for fairness, due process, and values that define our community. Wow, and define Tucson. She said immigrants have been told, do it the right way, do it the legal way. Well, this is not legal or right, to be honest with you. We have to repudiate and push back against that assault of our community members. That's what Regina said. And she represents that far left movement. You think America agrees with that? Democrats agree with it. Well, I mean, how many Democrats? You think a lot of Democrats agree with that? I saw a story today about how Democrats, the majority of Democrats, believe that illegals should be given a path to citizenship. Is it only because their politicians say that? Do you think that's what it is? I mean, maybe it is. But it's just the insanity, man. Look at what they support. Hatred, anti-Semitism, illegal immigration. And they don't hold back. Like, I don't understand what relates to Americans about them. Like, how do they relate? James Tallarico, he's the guy, he's the Democrat running for Senate in Texas. He's going to get walloped. Democrats in the media always try to build up Democrats in Texas, Beto O'Rourke and the rest of them. They all fail. This James Tallarico, his background is coming out, I should say, about everything he's doing. And there's something. This is what he said in an interview one time. I think this is 6 years ago.
I should mention, my imagination is also just limited by my own background and identity, right? What? My whiteness, my masculinity, all those things limit my imagination about what's possible. So I have to continually press against that to try to expand the limits of what I'm dreaming of for our community.
What? You heard that, right? My imagination is limited by my whiteness and masculinity?
My whiteness, my masculinity, all those things limit my imagination.
Who the hell says that? What does that even mean? I can't imagine things because I'm white. By the way, this guy is not masculine whatsoever. But there's a tell going on, okay? There's a big tell. This guy loves trans kids. He's like creepy weirdo like that. Talks about his love for trans kids and everything else and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what this guy just erased from his website? This James Tallarico? References to trans kids. Even though he said he loves them. It's now gone. Washington Free Beacon had a story about this. Washington Free Beacon looked at his website, saw that he made a lot of changes. He loves trans kids, but he has taken off the trans kids' information from his own website. Why do you think that he did that? This is what gives me at least a little bit of hope. He did that, in my mind, because even Democrats think that's weird and creepy Maybe it's a majority of them. I don't know. But it was enough, right? Look, everything's done for a reason. Washington Free Beacon. Texas's Tallarico scrubbed website of statements supporting trans kids and bold progressive ideas ahead of a Senate run. So now he doesn't want people to know about his love for trans kids and bold and progressive ideas? Maybe it's just for Texas, because Texas is much more red than the Democrats want to admit. But if Americans really backed, not just Texans, but if Americans really backed this kind of insanity, you wouldn't be erasing it from your website. He doesn't want to be bold, doesn't want to be progressive, and doesn't want you to know his love for trans kids. If America really wanted that, if Texas really wanted that, they'd leave that up. Obviously, it's a liability. So this is what's going to give the Republicans a chance, right? It's going to give them a chance. Gas prices, have you noticed Democrats have stopped talking about gas prices because they're going down? Have you noticed that? If gas prices go down, what the hell do the Democrats have? What do they have? Affordability? I get that. Everything needs to be more affordable. Oil is now at $72 a barrel. $72. What was it, 65 when we attacked Iran? Something like that? I don't know what the hell's going on with Iran, but if they don't have the gas prices to complain about, if things come down in cost, what do they have? I mean, we are worried about everything with Iran. I get it, and the impact on stuff. It's June. Democrats are already scrambling. I mean, in 2 months, what are the gas prices going to be? What's going on with Iran? If they're back in the low threes, if inflation slows a little bit, what do they have? So now they're trying to get away from their insanity to try to convince you to vote for them. They're a mess. Look, Republicans need to do better, but they're a mess. I have more. You could comment, too, on the iHeartRadio app on the TalkBack feature. Touch the red mic, and you have 30 seconds. I have that, and I want Andy Biggs' people. Wait to hear what people said about Andy Biggs and the TalkBacks. I have it for you. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So, you're thinking about buying a home. Honestly, the best thing you can do is talk to Lund Mortgage. Before you talk to a realtor, before you even start really looking, talk to Matt and Lisa at Lund Mortgage, because there's a lot of stuff out there. It's like fake news about mortgages. And Lund Mortgage, they've been around for more than 25 years. They'll set you straight. A lot of people think you need perfect credit, 20% down, need to make a ton of money. No, at Lund Mortgage, they close loans every week for first-time home buyers, people that are self-employed, people that are rebuilding their credit, people that were told no somewhere else. 20 minutes on the phone with Matt and Lisa at Lund Mortgage could get you in the home of your dreams. Instead of renting, you could be building equity. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, whatever it is, they can help you at Lund Mortgage. That's why I'm having them do my refi. I trust them. They're fantastic. Call Lund Mortgage today. Talk to them about this. 623-875-9940. Go to Lund, L-U-N-D, LundMortgage.com. Lund Mortgage, NMLS number 162710, equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. All loans subject to credit approval.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
We've been talking about this for a while. A bad accident in the West Valley has closed, shut down southbound Loop 303 between Glendale Avenue and just before Bethany. Home, that's 303 closed southbound at Glendale Avenue. Phoenix downtown, a wreck eastbound 10 at 19th Avenue. Entry accident eastbound 10 just past 7th Street. Have a traffic tip? Give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Experience Vegas without the guesswork with the all-inclusive experience at Luxor and Excalibur. Your room, meals, drinks with every meal, and a show are covered. One price from $330 plus tax for 2 guests. Vegas simplified. Book now at MGMResorts.com.
The Soul Survivor.
I want every single person in our country illegally to be deported.
In the Common Sense Apocalypse.
Men, women, children, you got to go.
James T. Harris.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow morning at 6, 550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Introducing healthcare coverage with care built in. AZ Blue does more than pay for care. We help deliver it. Prosano Health Plans by AZ Blue give you exclusive access to Prosano Healthcare Centers. With 10 convenient locations and $0 healthcare at Prosano Healthcare Centers included in the premium, you'll get more care from your health plan. Prosano Health Plans by AZ Blue. Learn more at azblue.com/Prosano Plans. That's azblue.com/Prosano Plans.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Zero Res is offering big summer savings. Mention KFYI and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $99. Get rid of dirt, pet dander, and bacteria before summer guests arrive. Book online at ZeroResPhoenix.com.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? One lucky Perks Pass community member could win airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at PerksPass.com. Then help shape what's next in the Perks Pass community. PerksPass.com. Enter today.
Right, everybody cares about health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, and so many of us are guessing our way through our health, guessing what foods to eat, what supplements to take, wondering why some things make us feel better than others. Now, that's where Viome comes in. It's a simple, at-home gut health test that uses advanced RNA technology. It analyzes your gut microbiome to understand how your body is truly functioning in this moment. And from there, Viome then creates a personalized food and supplement plan designed specifically for your body. Right, Linda? You've been doing this.
I have been doing it, and the test is easy. It's got great steps. It walks you right through. It's easy to do. You can send it right in.
Take the guesswork out of it. Get real data. Go to VIOME/Hannity. VIOME.com/Hannity today. And when you follow their plan, you can expect better digestion, more energy, improved mood. Stop guessing. Start knowing.
Flowers fade, cards get tossed, but a personalized song, that lasts forever. Surprise someone you love with a custom song made just for them with Joybox. Visit Joybox.com to get started on your personalized song today. Don't just say I love you, sing it with Joybox.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
You know, it's not the most favorite thing I've ever done is paint a home.
Phoenix, you don't want to spend your summer painting, so do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a single story that was built back in 1998. I've had the home painted about every 4 years.
Rhino Shield's better than paint and formulated for our specific climate here in Phoenix and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty.
Initially, the warranty was probably the most important item I looked at. There's a tremendous value.
So stop painting your home year after year and get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
I cannot say this about the previous 4 companies that I had paint the home, how beautiful the home looks. It has never looked so good, and shame on me for not going to Rhino Shield sooner.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
If you're a fan of having zero access to your equity, paying 2 to 3 times more for your house, and being trapped in 3 decades of debt, then you probably love your traditional mortgage. But hey, at least the rate's fixed. If you think that sounds insane, then you should check out a Life Changer loan, where you pay principal first, keep 24/7 access to your equity, and pay off in just a few short years. It's not magic, it's just math. So visit lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031 NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide with a projected $5 billion industry by 2033. Looking to be part of this exciting growth? Crush Yard offers a unique franchise opportunity, redefining the pickleball experience with indoor court, exceptional dining, craft drinks, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard, Pickleball Bar and Lounge.
Mostly clear skies tonight. The overnight low 88. Sunny and breezy tomorrow with an extreme heat warning, high 112. Mostly clear and breezy tomorrow night, low 89. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is paid for by Citizens Clean Elections Commission. Before you vote, use the voter education guide to learn about the voting process, important deadlines, and candidate statements. Then watch the candidate debates to hear where the candidates stand on the issues. Visit azcleanelections.gov. Make your vote yours.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Get Hannitized tomorrow at 1 with Sean Hannity. Tell your smart speaker to play 550 KFYI.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson. On the free iHeart Radio app as well, and on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching and everything. Follow me, by the way, on Instagram and X at Garrett Lewis and Facebook, Garrett Lewis Radio, so we can keep up when I am not on the radio. It's always there. Now, look, is it sad that I have to preface this by saying I want Andy Biggs to win? I think you've heard me say that before, right? He'd be a great governor. I know he'd be a great governor. We just need to see it. And I think we're all a bit nervous because all we see is KK Katie Hobbs. Now, she has not done anything that is actually good or positive. I mean, there's a lot of red meat out there where Andy Biggs could be attacking her over and over and over. They could be mocking her, making fun of her, be doing all that stuff. That's what should be happening. And I think we're just frustrated. We've grown accustomed for that to be the norm. Okay. Andy is not good at playing in the mud. I know this, but his campaign can. Okay. And it's not just me. By the way, I'm yet to get an actual talk back where they're like, you know what? Leave Andy alone. He's doing all right. And it's nothing against him. I want him to win. I want his campaign to wake up. And it's not just me.
Man, I don't know who Biggs' campaign manager is, but they need fired. Oh. I mean, you got Hobbs out there talking about driving an Uber and all the things she's doing fighting for us.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's about all she's qualified for. He needs to get on the offensive. Somebody give him a couple Red Bulls and let's go. I mean, take it back. I mean, it's right there for the taking. But
oh boy. I
mean, he's got to get in the game and stop waiting around.
I know. I think that talk back pretty much sums up everything. I don't have to play any more, but I will. And I'm pretty sure that is exactly the feeling that everyone has. Now, if you think he's doing fine, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you, okay? I want to know what you have to say, but, you know.
This is for Andy Biggs. Hey, if you're not listening to Garrett, man, maybe you'll listen to a nobody here from Tucson. Man, you got to get out there and start digging some rocks, brother. I am voting for you, but you're going to fall behind and wish you would have done it.
I know. I appreciate that. And I get it. I've gone to his X account and everything, and he's doing some events, but not everybody could get to the events. There just needs to be more passion, more fire. People get paid to run campaigns. People get paid to make creative radio ads, TV ads, social media ads. Like, I just don't see it.
Hey, Garrett, this is Stella from Phoenix.
Hello.
Hey, listen, I'd love to, work for Biggs, but I don't see anything. Is he running? Does he really want to be a governor? Does he think he can win just laying back? He needs to move. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Garrett.
Yes.
I deliver freight all over Mesa, East Mesa, and I don't see one Amy Biggs sign for governor anywhere on any street corner. I see David Schweikert. I see many other people, Vanessa Boda, but no Andy Biggs. Where in the hell is his signs?
I don't know. I don't know. You're not the only one. Again, I'm not doing this to make fun or this or that. I want to help light a fire. Don't you? I want to light a fire and say, let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's do this. And I hope it happens. I hope it happens. There's a lot more, but I just don't have time to play them all. Maybe if I have a chance, I will by the end of the show. But I want to talk about some other things as well, including we never really see wins like this. The Antifa terrorists that attacked an ICE facility, shot a police officer, they just got hit with some major prison time. We're getting the wins now. That and Trump, he put some information out about Iran and what's going on because the media, apparently, at least he says, is getting it wrong. Very interesting stuff. I think he said something like 19 million barrels of oil have already gone through the Strait of Hormuz too, by the way, which is why oil is down to $72 a barrel. Wouldn't it be great if tomorrow gets below 70? Wouldn't that be awesome? Trump does have, I'll give you the information about Iran as well. I have that all coming up. Because he is not letting the blockade up. I'll get to all of it. It's coming up. Garrett Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction.
Lucid is set to cut around 18% of its workforce. That's according to a filing with the SEC, with the electric vehicle maker saying the move will save the company nearly $160 million. The job cuts are expected to be wrapped up by the third quarter of this year. About 700 layoffs will come from the plant in Casa Grande. A former Valley firefighter is headed to prison for 35 years after pleading guilty to numerous felony charges involving child sexual abuse. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says 42-year-old Nicholas Cruz admitted to sexually abusing multiple underage victims over the course of several years. The U.S. Senate approving a sweeping housing affordability bill with the goal of lowering prices. The bill was approved 85-5 in a rare bipartisan vote. The bill would cut away some of the red tape and make it easier to build homes while also putting limits on institutional investors buying up houses. FIFA has confirmed that President Trump will attend the World Cup final in New Jersey. President Trump will present the World Cup trophy to the winning team following the game at MetLife Stadium on July 19th. The FIFA president usually presents the trophy. This will mark the first time since 1982 that a head of state has presented it to the winners. Now a check on traffic.
The Bill's Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
We've been talking about this for a while. A bad accident in the West Valley has shut down southbound Loop 303 between Glendale Avenue and just before Bethany Home. That's 303 closed southbound at Glendale Avenue. Phoenix downtown, a wreck eastbound 10 at 19th Avenue. Entry accident eastbound 10 just past 7th Street. Have a traffic tip? Give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is paid for by Citizens Clean Elections Commission. Before you vote, use the voter education guide to learn about the voting process, important deadlines, and candidate statements. Then watch the candidate debates to hear where the candidates stand on the issues. Visit azcleanelections.gov. Make your vote yours.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
Sponsored by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys.
Happy birthday, America. It's Kevin Rowe from Lerner & Rowe, and we're giving you a shot at even more money to discover America. Go to KFYI.com now and register to win $2,500 from Lerner & Rowe. Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Dial 977-1900.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SHELTER to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SHELTER to 989898 today.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
I thought those were good for me.
What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
One phone call could save you months of guessing. Before you start looking at houses, call Lund Mortgage and get pre-qualified. You'll know exactly what you can afford and be ready when the right home hits the market. 623-875-9940 or lundmortgage.com.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, what sort of noise is your air conditioner making? You say it sounds like a cross between a glockenspiel and a what? A sousaphone? Well, my Frankie can fix that. How long has it been making? About 75 verses. Okay, well, I'll send someone over right away. No, he's not an orchestra conductor. Well, you'll have to provide your own tuxedo, sir. Bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
In a world where AI is replacing jobs left and right, here's a great opportunity to build a business that's 100% AI proof.
Eagle Shield Reflective Insulation is expanding into Arizona with a limited number of franchise opportunities.
With over 65,000 installs in Northern California, this is a proven business built on technology developed by NASA and designed for today's surging energy costs.
This is a low-overhead, 100% AI-proof business. No storefront, no massive staff, just a high-demand, hands-on service with impressive profit margins.
With record heat and rising utility rates, this isn't a trend, it's a shift. If you've ever wanted to own your own business or take control of your income,
you need to move quickly. To learn more from your mobile phone, dial pound 250 and say
franchise me. That's pound 250, say franchise me. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text with more information from Eagle Shield. Dial pound 250 and say Franchise me.
This World Cup report is brought to you by Quantum Fiber Internet from AT&T.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
Portugal star Cristiano Ronaldo makes history as he becomes the only man to score in 6 different World Cups. Ronaldo scored twice to lead Portugal to the 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. Meanwhile, Ghana frustrates England.
They hold England, one of the tournament favorites, to a scoreless draw.
England outshot Ghana 19-1.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Soccer's biggest tournament deserves internet that can't be beat. Quantum Fiber Internet from AT&T. Super fast speed on a super reliable network. Built for super fans of the game. Visit quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
550 KFYI. No algorithm, no code. Guaranteed human.
Garrett Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST, AM 790 in Tucson, free iHeartRadio app, 550 KFYI YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I have some breaking news. So there's primary elections going on around the country today, in New York specifically. 5 o'clock hour, I talked about Dan Goldman, the Democratic congressman from New York. He's a crazy guy. Like, he'd go after Trump derangement syndrome everywhere, everything. This guy was kicked out. He was banned. He went into a coffee shop with his daughter so she could use the bathroom in Brooklyn. He bought a $10 coffee and gave a tip. And afterwards, they recognized who he was. And they wrote on Facebook, "We refunded your money. We don't take money from people that support genocide in Israel. Probably AIPAC money. I hope you realize the coffee didn't taste like genocide juice." Total anti-Semitic, anti-everything. They banned him from the coffee shop. Don't ever come back. Don't ever come back. And instead of, because he's trying to win a primary election, instead of actually calling out the anti-Semitism and the insanity, instead he, if you recall, I'll play it again if you missed it, he went on CNN and he blamed Trump.
Come on. We're better than this, and we need to be better than this, and we have to stop dividing ourselves so much and try to find the common ground and unify, especially within the Democratic Party, because the person who is inflicting so much damage on every New Yorker's lives on a day-to-day basis is not 6,000 miles away. He's in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And that is who the enemy is that we all need to unify to stop.
He never once condemned the coffee shop, didn't call out the anti-Semitism around the country. None of that stuff ever happened. So what happened? He tried to kiss butt right there. He just lost his primary. Dan Goldman lost. Fox News reports former New York City comptroller Brad Lander, a former Democratic Socialists of America member, backed by Bernie Sanders and commie Mayor Mamdani, beat Dan Goldman in the primary. Brad Lander describes himself as a liberal Zionist. So this guy does support Israel's right to exist. Can you believe we're actually talking about this? But he doesn't like, I guess, does he support Israel defending itself? I don't know. But he's backed by Bernie Sanders. This guy's even further left than Dan Goldman. Dan Goldman just got smoked. So the socialist takeover of the Democratic Party is continuing. Are Democratic voters really going to become socialists? Some of them already are. Oh, and something else. Mamdani's wife supported 2 socialist candidates running in New York for different things, New York City Council, all this other stuff. She did not support this guy, unlike her husband, because this guy, he described himself as a liberal Zionist. Yep. So, New York continues its downward spiral. I would get the hell out of there. But that's me. Is the party going to continue to do that? I don't know. They keep pushing up these wackos. You compare New York to Tallarico in Texas. And remember, Tallarico apparently has erased his bold progressive ideas and his support for trans children. It's not going to fly in Texas, but I guess that flies in New York. So it's not a lost cause. And we still won the White House, despite them trying to steal it. We still won the majority of counties, more than the majority. We won a lot, right? We lead in governorships, all this stuff. All of it. We just need to see some more energy, right? From Biggs and from others. And I have some more talkbacks, man. People are fired up over this. And I'll get to that. However, today President Trump was out. Let's talk about Iran for a second. Trump was out and he talked to the media in rainy Pennsylvania, and they asked him about Iran because Iran said, we are not going to allow inspectors for enriched uranium. We're not going to do that. Just listen.
Iranians are saying that there's no scheduled visit for the IAEA inspectors. Is that part of your agreement?
They're wrong. They're wrong. They know they're wrong. They told us inside, and we have it down, 100% inspections. And if they were right, I'd cancel the meetings right now.
Oh, if they were right, I'd cancel the meetings because Trump's saying enough is enough. Wow. So he's like, no, there's going to be inspectors. So he was asked when?
From your view, Mr. President, when will those inspectors actually be on the ground?
At the appropriate time. At the appropriate time. There's no rush, but they'll be on the ground at the appropriate time.
Okay. So we have that. I don't trust Iran. Nobody ever can. Even Trump. Trump did put out a statement that was pretty strong on Truth Social. He wrote, despite their protestations, because they're protests, they're doing this, right? And false statements to the contrary, coupled with the drumbeat of the fake news, which is doing everything possible to make the U.S. victory as small and insignificant as possible, Iran, he writes, has fully and completely agreed to the highest level nuclear inspections long into the future, in parentheses, infinity. This will ensure nuclear honesty. If they did not agree to this, there would be no further negotiations. I don't think Trump's full of crap when he says that, by the way. Again, what was the whole point of this? And there's more, but it's about making sure it wasn't regime change. Iran cannot have a nuclear program. That's why this was done, because they would have used it on us and other countries and other American bases that are all over the Middle East. We're not doing that. So that is the main reason we did this. Trump continued, based on this and other major concessions being made by Iran, I have agreed to allow the Hormuz Strait to remain open. I love he did. Not Iran, he did. With no further naval blockade. However, all ships are remaining in place should it be necessary to reinstitute the blockade, which seems at this point highly unlikely. The money and or sanctions that the U.S. Treasury is releasing, because people are, oh, you're just giving them their money, they could do whatever they want. Trump addresses this. This is a big deal. Trump says the money being released goes into escrow, controlled by the USA, and will be used for the purchase of food and medical supplies exclusively from the United States, including corn, wheat, and soybeans from our great American farmers. These are things desperately needed by Iran. This is a humanitarian crisis, and I feel it's necessary to help now before it's too late. Talks are going well. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So that's what President Trump is saying right now. Okay? Now, when it comes to Iran, here we go again. Tehran will be deciding how to use any assets that are unfrozen under a new deal with the U.S., an Iranian envoy told Reuters. So Trump said, no, it goes to us. We control it. It can only buy what they want to buy. Iran's ambassador to the UN in Geneva said Iran's the only country to decide what to do with its assets, which are going to be defrozen. So I reject any claim that if there would be any role for any other country to have an influence on those decisions or on those processes, he basically publicly said J.D. Vance is not telling the truth and President Trump is not telling the truth. But then he went on to say that America and Iran had very good talks. Do you know where this is going? It's tough to figure it out, right? We'll see. I tend to not believe the terrorists. The media wants to believe them. I believe the president over the terrorists. So we'll see. And oil, by the way, dropped to the lowest it's been in almost 4 months. That's a big, big deal. We'll see what happens. Man, oh man, yeah, oil really quick. Oil's under 73 right now. So we'll see. It continues to drop and drop and drop. I hope it continues. Really quick, the Antifa goons got what's coming to them. I have for you coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
We have a new wreck in Chandler tonight, westbound 202 Santan Freeway near Alma School, blocking the right lane. One on the 101 westbound near Tatum off right. A crash 101 westbound just past 19th Avenue. And a serious wreck west side has closed southbound loop 303 between Glendale Avenue and Bethany Home. Have a traffic tip? Give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Hastings & Hastings.
I'm David Hastings for Hastings & Hastings. I'll never understand why attorneys charge 1/3 or more to handle your accident case. Our discount fee is only 29%. That's Hastings & Hastings.
Call Hastings & Hastings. If you've been watching these soccer games,
I don't know usually what's going on unless there's a goal, but
we're not going to try to explain it. But if you're watching the news,
no one quite understands.
We got you.
Let me explain it differently. Listen carefully.
550 KFYI.
Hey, it's Garrett Lewis. If you are feeling this intense heat in your home, it's probably your windows. It's time to replace them. Now, don't get nervous. You want phenomenal windows at incredibly low prices? You got to go local. Advanced Window Products. They build their windows right here in the Valley, in Tolleson. And because Advanced Window Products manufactures its own windows right here in the Valley, there's no middleman markup. You get the best prices and you get the best turnaround times. If you've gotten quotes from other window companies, you'll be shocked at how affordable Advanced Window Products windows are. And Advanced Window Products custom builds windows for your exact home. And because they're made locally, they're designed for our desert temperature swings. So take advantage of their summer special. Get $2,500 off when you buy 10 windows or more. Call today, 480-764-2002. 480-764-2002. And go to advancedwindows.com.
At QC Kinetics, we're all about keeping you in the game, helping you get lasting relief from joint pain. That's why we're excited to announce that QC Kinetics is now partnering with the National Pickleball League. So many of our satisfied patients are avid pickleball players, and they're thrilled with how we've helped them get back on the court. As lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League, we're committed to help pickleball fans of all ages with the latest, most advanced regenerative cell treatments. These treatments use your body's own healing power, revitalizing and restoring damaged joint tissue the natural way, with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Whether you're a pickleball fanatic or enjoy golf or running or tennis, stay in the game with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, proud to promote active, pain-free living as a lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246 in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246, 837-7246.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of the FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
Magical. Just open the free app and search World Cup. Plus, tap the highlights tab to catch up on anything you missed. Lock in your preset now.
Hot pest? Call Blue Sky Pest Control. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pest.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business, insurance, and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At SuperSure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to SuperSure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to SuperSure.com. That's SuperSure.com.
Paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
The first thing I would say is stop painting and you get Rhino Shield because you're never going to have to paint again. And I truly believe that.
Phoenix, the last thing you want to do in the summer is paint, so do what Scott did. He called Rhino Shield.
This house is a stucco home. We have painted this house 3 times. Stucco continued to crack. The caulking peeled.
You won't get that with Rhino Shield because it's not paint.
I told my wife that I want to see what it's going to cost to do it because if we don't have to paint again, we're saving money.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
The Rhino Shield guys, they were careful with everything. When they were done, there was no damage to anything. It was something I was very impressed with.
Good news, Phoenix. You can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
And I think the transferable warranty for 25 years is a very attractive thing, especially for a prospective buyer in the future.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Celebrate America's 250th with Dish. For a limited time, get an extra $250 off when you sign up. Call 888-ADD-DISH or visit dish.com today and use code DISH250 to claim your $250 savings. That's 888-ADD-DISH. Offer ends August 12th. Terms apply.
With the Harvest Right freeze dryer, it's not just about preserving fruits and vegetables. Freeze dry full meals, dairy, eggs, and meats, even ice cream and candy. And keep them fresh for years. Visit harvestright.com. That's harvestright.com.
Hey, it's Garrett Lewis. Pain in your feet, ankles, knees, and back will ruin your summer. Have a great summer. Go to the Good Feet store. Get the Good Feet arch supports that I've been wearing for 14 years. You can take them for a test walk and try them before you buy them. 5 Valley locations, goodfeet.com.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at perkspass.com.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Some of the brightest college stars in recent history will hear their names called tonight during the NBA draft. The Suns do not have a first-round pick. Arizona guard Braden Burries and forward Koa Pete are projected as lottery picks tonight after putting up big numbers as freshmen. The Diamondbacks ride a 3-game skid into their rematch with St. Louis tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez takes the mound for Arizona. I'm Frank Arity.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app.
I like that I can just download it and listen right away.
News Talk 550, KFYI.
It is your afternoon addiction. Garrett Lewis with you. Thank you so much for making it part of your life, your addiction. That's why you're here. KFYI, KNST, free iHeartRadio app, YouTube 550 KFYI YouTube channel, all kinds of places to listen and watch and all this other stuff. So really quick, this is remarkable right here. Because it seems like these Antifa terrorists never get caught, or if they get caught, nothing really happens to them. Not now, though. Not now. There were 8 Antifa members. They were convicted of terrorism-related charges. Back in 2025, July of last year, they were in an ICE detention facility. They started trouble on purpose. Local police were called. That led to them ambushing the police, shot a police officer through his neck. He amazingly survived. Now a judge has sentenced these Antifa members to about 450 years in prison combined. 8 of them. 450 years in prison. Now, the guy that shot the police officer and wounded him, Benjamin Song, he was given 100 years in prison for attempted murder. One of his Antifa fellow dopes, Maricela Rueda, 70 years. You had 5 others get 50 years. And then you had another one, Danielle Rolando Sanchez, 30 years. So they got 450 years behind bars for doing this. I'm hoping, and they were dressed in black, they didn't want to be seen, they didn't want to be shown. I'm hoping this sends a message. But I mean, for God's sakes, you had that lady Renee Good get killed because she hit an ICE agent with her car. And it didn't stop the crazies from doing crazy stuff. So you just never know. You just never know. Okay? I want you to hear this. Talk back.
Hey, Garrett, this is Jeff in Scottsdale. The other day, I about drove off the road when I heard Andy Biggs talking on the radio saying, this is Andy Biggs running for governor, and I'm here to... And he's talking about an ad for Warren Peterson.
Yep.
Okay, another guy that you don't see anything about. I don't want guys that are going to be soft and not go after people. We need pit bulls fighting for us, and these two are not being pit bulls right now. Get off your asses.
It's not just me. I'm with you. I think they were trying to do a twofer right there. Biggs thinking it's a good idea to support Warren Peterson, and then he gets name recognition as well. I don't know. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. Thank you, Darren. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 4. Bye.
Iranians are saying there's no scheduled visit for the IAEA inspectors. Is that part of your agreement?
They're wrong. They're wrong. They know they're wrong. They told us inside, and we have it down 100% inspections. And if they were right, I'd cancel the meetings right now.
When you die and are on your way through the pearly gates, there might be a holdup.
I see your paper.